welcome to the third installment of Jords' Way of Supercoach. And today we have an episode on why durability matters. So this video I believe is one of my most important videos, and just maybe hopefully you guys can reconsider how much risk you're taking in your starting team. So yeah, on the front page here we have Grundy and Oliver, two of the most durable players we can pick from, and also maybe I'm a little harsh here, but Isaac King is a great player, but I had about 5 or 6 images to choose from this injury for this picture. So a bit harsh on Isaac, but that's Supercoach. It's durability, it matters a lot, and this is why. So this is what we'll discuss in this video. What is durability? Should I pay more for durable premiums? How to take advantage of durability, and how one injury can ruin your season, very important. And we'll also go over, does this apply to mid-prices and rookies as well, just at the end. So what is durability? So in Supercoach, it's basically, I've defined it as a player's likelihood to play every home and away game. So 22 games, I guess if they're playing 20-21 games, it's fine. Kind of depends on why they were missed games. But yeah, obviously they will need to play as many games as possible. Ultimately, we don't know if a player will get injured, but we generally know who is more likely. If they have a long history of soft tissue injuries, chances are they're going to get injured. We've already seen at the start of 2021, it's the same names: Taylor Adams, Adam Treloar, Braden Pruce. Long injury history, they haven't even made it through the preseason. And yeah, durability decreases with if they have an interrupted preseason, and also if they have a recent history of injuries. Different injuries require different contexts, but for me it seems knee injuries and soft tissue injuries seem to be reoccurring for the most part. Obviously not a doctor or physio, so not exactly sure, but that's just an observation. And yeah, players over 30 are more likely to get injured. I think that's a fair enough statement. Obviously every player is different, but as we see, as players get older, they get managed. And why do they get managed? So their body holds up. Should I pay more for durable premiums? Ultimately, I think the answer is yes, with a higher priority on more expensive players. And the reason for that is these players can get a little harder to trade in. So, and also another reason for that is value is not only in the price of these expensive premiums. You pay, there's value in their durability. They need to play every game, and also if they're captain options as well. So, and another thing here is, and this is something I'm big on, is keeping things in your control. So less chance of dealing with injuries. So for example, if your injured player goes down, all of a sudden you're out of control of the situation. Why? Because you now might have to play a rookie, and is that rookie even playing? Is he scoring well? You have to make the call. Do I hold or trade this player? You might not know how long that player is out for. Why would you want to deal with this crap? So another thing here is basically playing the odds. So if a player has a long injury history, the odds are they're probably going to get injured again. So, you know, why does the casino never lose? They play the odds. So how to take advantage of durability. So a few years ago I came up with a conclusion after looking at 4 different winning teams that I could find. And the conclusion I came up with was picking durable players allows you to use more trades to your advantage rather than cover your losses. So it early on it might look good when you have all these players scoring really well, but once they get injured, you down trades. But the people that haven't picked injury prone players and things have gone as expected, they now have extra trades. And what can you do with these extra trades? For example, an extra 150k for getting another rookie in. You might not even be able to get that rookie if he pops up because you might have an injury that week. It allows you to do correction trades, obviously not ideal correction trades, but these things happen. Sometimes maybe you really believe in a pick and something goes terribly wrong. But yeah, more flexibility in trying to upgrade and not compromise on premiums to the final team. So obviously the home stretch in Supercoach, it's quite long. It's pretty much the end of the buys to round 23. That's 7-8 rounds where you're barely making any trades. By that point you should have 20-21 premiums, maybe 22. So it's a long time at the end of the season, and that's a huge part of the season. So the points accumulate pretty quick if you don't have a really good team. This is how one injury can ruin your season, and this is one of the most important things. And you might think, oh, it might not happen to me. It's happened to me 3 years in a row. So I had Blake, okay, don't ask me why I had these players, but Blake Acres I had 2018, Wayne Miller 2019, John Segler 2020. All of them, round 5, round 6, round 7, that area, they all went down, and I was behind the whole year on upgrades, and it just hurt really bad. Obviously that's my fault, because forgetting the fact that they were bad picks in the first place, they were also injury prone. Yeah, they were bad picks even without the injury proneness, but that's the point. So this is what happens. So basically, you can't do your usual upgrade because you have to sideways trade that premium. If they're short-term injury, you probably have to hold, but if they're long-term, then you need to get rid of them, because you might not know when they come back as well. And what happens is, you have one more rookie on the field than everyone else because you didn't do the upgrade. Minus 50, maybe it's minus 40, I don't know. But so round 6, your player goes down at half time, for example, minus 55. And then until you can catch up, which is probably around the bye rounds when you get those 3 extra trades, all of a sudden you've lost 400 odd points. Might be a little bit less, might be a little bit more. The point stands, it's quite brutal, and your season's almost done if you play it. I think your chances of winning are probably done if this happens, unfortunately. If you can win, then you're unbelievable. But, you know, it's any wonder why every year I'm, I don't know, 500 to 1,000 points behind first. You wonder where those points have gone. Here they are. Here's a lot of them. So, yeah, it's a brutal part of the game for me, but, yeah, it's why I'm kind of hell-bent on not starting injury-prone players. So later in the season, a little bit more forgiving because less games to be played. But for starting team, like, is it really worth this if you get an injury while you're trying to upgrade and then you're behind? It's brutal, but yeah. So what about mid-prices and rookies? Rookies are more forgiving, obviously, because they might have a lot of upside, and their upside in rookies varies from rookie to rookie. It's certainly a different scale to premiums anyway, so especially if they're on the bench, but still, if they're really injury prone, you might want to be a bit wary. Obviously, if they're being traded in, you wouldn't want to trade them in too early, wait for them to play the 2 games. But for a starting team, if the upside is there with a rookie, I think it's fine. And yeah, a lot of other people, it tends to be more risky not to start the rookie if they're good, even though they're injury prone, than to avoid them, if that makes sense. So yeah, you only need them for 6 rounds, not 22, maybe a bit more than 6 rounds, but yeah. So I think it's okay for rookies. You need to check the context of the injury, but for the most part, yeah, definitely a lot more lenience for rookies. And then mid-prices, I don't think so, no. Unless the upside is significant. For example, you get like 115 average midfielder, for whatever reason is 350k. I think you kind of have to pick him. Obviously, it depends on the context as well. But, you know, if they're maybe 50 to 80k, maybe even 100k underpriced, but long injury history, yeah, I don't think so, because the chances are they're going to get injured again, and you have to trade them out anyway. So, yeah, that's just my thinking. So, yeah, I'm not... Yeah, just because the injury mid-price is really a really good price, yeah, the injury proneness, the durability factor is a huge consideration for mid-prices. I feel like people are a lot more lenient than myself on mid-prices, but yeah, that's just me. So yeah, to wrap up the video summary, so what does picking a durable starting team help you do? It helps you keep the situation in your control. You can stay on track, less interruptions, save trades so you get more cash gen, stronger finishing team, or even a finishing team, and you don't get behind in upgrades, which again is fatal. And you know, obviously, if you don't pick durable players, what are the advantages of that? Well, your team probably scores less points early, and if you're lucky, you get ahead with that player because against the odds, that player has performed really well and stayed, well, not necessarily just performed well, but stayed fit is what I'm trying to say. So that's all for the video. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and yeah, see you guys soon.